Hello! On another crispy day. Whew. We are having such a cold winter this year. Like, the temperatures stay around zero or well below zero for the last 2 months, I think, which became pretty unusual in the recent years. And I thought, isn't that the perfect occasion to speak about some, distant, hot, faraway country like Thailand, for example. But first I need to go back home because I've been walking for a while now and I'm already pretty cold. See you very soon. Much better. Thailand. I was there in February and March of 2024 as a part of my bicycle trip from Singapore to Vietnam, and it was such a special time. I still love going back to those memories. After visiting 24 countries by bicycle, I can honestly say that Thailand is one of my favorites. And in today's video, I want to give you 9 reasons why. So the first thing that blew my mind were the roads. I already thought the roads were great in Malaysia, but in Thailand, they were even better, with perfectly smooth asphalt, like it had just been laid down yesterday. What's also amazing is that you don't have to stick to the main roads, because in Thailand you can almost always find small parallel streets with barely any traffic. Usually just a few scooters passing by. That makes bike touring in Thailand not only much safer, but also so much more enjoyable. Now picture this. You are cycling on one of those perfect, smooth, quiet roads through a forest, a banana plantation, maybe along the coast, and then, bam! You spot a little local eatery with delicious smells drifting out. Yeah, another huge reason why I loved cycling in Thailand. The food. Fresh, delicious, ridiculously cheap, and truly everywhere. In Southeast Asia, the culture of eating out is so strong that you don't even need to look for food. In fact, food finds you. And as we all know, a hungry cyclist enjoys food even more. So the experience I had in Thailand was just delightful. And then there is this funny thing, bubble tea. I don't think I would ever drink it back home, but during this trip, it was such a blast. Sweet, refreshing, aromatic, with those little tapioca pearls to play with. Yum. Sure, it has plenty of sugar, but don't worry, as a cyclist, you do need that sugar. So go ahead, stop for breaks at local cafes and treat yourself to some seriously good, affordable bubble tea. Speaking of breaks, let's talk about temples. If you're traveling through Southeast Asia by bicycle, you will quickly find out that temples are your best friends. Why? First of all, a lot of shade. Something very precious when traveling in Southeast Asian heat. You can stay there as long as you want, even overnight. Some people do this, I didn't try, but that's just the beginning. Most of the temples have showers. They are often a bit hidden, very basic, nothing fancy, but trust me, rinsing your body, even under the simplest tub, is just priceless in such temperatures. Chances are you will also meet some monks hanging around. They are usually very kind and friendly, and they might even offer you some water or food. And of course, temples are just beautiful and very interesting to see. Because at the end of the day, we cyclists are also tourists, maybe a bit strange ones, but still tourists. Next up, we have accommodation in Thailand. After a month traveling there, I can say that all the hotels I stayed in were really comfortable. Spacious rooms, proper windows, not that obvious in Asia, and always a clean private bathroom. I usually paid between 7 and 12 euros per night, sometimes up to 15, so I can still call myself a budget traveler, hopefully. By the way, it was the very first time I didn't take the tent with me, because you know the reason already. It was just so hot, also during the night, which made proper rest almost impossible. And you know, there's nothing like ending a long, sweaty ride with a cold shower, then curling up in a comfy bed in an air-conditioned room, with a cup of tea, a book, or just lying there. Pure happiness. Another way to beat the heat? Exactly. Waking up early. Very early. Preferably at least an hour before sunrise. Which means at about 5 a.m.
Oh my God!
When I was in Thailand from mid-February to mid-March, it was extremely hot by 8 a.m. already, or actually earlier, and it stayed like this basically until sunset and well into the night, so really mornings were just the best time to ride. But it's not only about the temperature. There is something truly magical about early morning rides in an exotic, faraway place, cycling through dark fields and sleepy villages, listening to nature slowly wake up, smelling the fresh air, and then it happens. The sunrise. Oh. Honestly, I would go back to Southeast Asia just for those early morning rides. I mean, mornings are beautiful in other countries too, of course, but it's just so hard to drag yourself out of bed that early. But in Southeast Asia, you basically have no choice if you want to get anywhere, which turns out is pretty good for you, because you get to experience those stunning mornings. Now, let's talk about Thai people. You probably heard that they are kind, welcoming, warm, helpful, and I can 100% confirm that. Language barrier? No problem at all. You can have so much fun with people there without understanding a single word. One morning I was invited for breakfast by a group of incredibly kind locals. I ended up spending over 2 hours with them. I don't even remember what we were talking about or how we communicated, but one thing I know for sure. I had such a great time with them. And look, I even found my Thai auntie. That woman was so gentle and kind. I really hope she's doing great. What I also appreciated a lot was how respectful Thai people are. They are fairly sociable and might often approach you, but once they notice you are not up for a chat, they just leave you alone. Another great thing about Thailand is that it's very safe there. I enjoyed cycling in this exciting, exotic country for a whole month, and I didn't experience the slightest sense of danger. Not even once. Of course, things can go wrong anywhere, but honestly, I just can't imagine anything bad happening in Thailand, because it just felt so safe and relaxed from the very beginning right to the very end. Another reason to visit Thailand: the culture. I loved learning about Thai history, daily life, traditions, religion, etc. It really was a fascinating journey. Everything felt so different from home, so colorful and beautiful. And when you travel by bike, you get to experience the real Thailand, far from the tourist crowds and overpriced attractions. Last but definitely not least, nature. Okay, it's true that I find nature beautiful in nearly every country I visit, but there's something so unique about this humid equatorial climate where plants can grow freely all year round. Also, the landscape in Thailand is pretty diverse, from the sea and islands, beaches, to the mountains in the north and lush jungles. Exploring all that on bicycle takes it to another level. It's like the dreams of a big, beautiful adventure are coming true. So, these were my 9 reasons why I think Thailand is an excellent cycling destination. Also for solo female travelers. If you're yearning for an exciting, enriching, but at the same time relaxing and safe journey, one you can take your bike along, then Thailand is definitely worth considering. Of course, there are a few downsides, but that's normal. Perfect countries just don't exist. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a separate video about the things I didn't like about bike touring in Thailand or in Southeast Asia in general. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Keep cycling, keep trimming, and of course, keep loving your bicycle. Bye bye.